In this exercise, we will see how to create a flat file connection inside your package. For example, if I wanted to open a particular package, I will double click on this package. It's called package. Now here, if you can see here, I have a project label connection to my database here, which appears in here. Now I wanted to add a flat file connection in here inside my connection manager. So I'll right click here and I'll see options in here. One of the options I have is a flat file connection. So I'll click on the flat file connection. And the first thing I wanted to do is actually you have to provide a name. You can't leave it blank. You can leave a default name in there, or now if I just wanted to say data underscore flat file, and then you can add a description if you like. The next thing you need to do is you need to browse to the file and bring it here. So I'm going to go browse, go to my desktop. Inside Duna LLC, I have a data. I have a comma delimited file in here. So I'm going to click here and say open. Now I have the file in here. And as you can see, as soon as I have the file in there, everything is enabled. Now the file type is the format of the file is delimited, which is comma delimited. So this is by default selected. If it is any other file type, I need to choose. If it is fixed width, regular to the right, I need to mention those in here. And the other thing you have to be aware is the file type, the language that by default is US English. And the code page for US English is 1252. This is selected by default because my Visual Studio is configured on US English. If you are browsing a different type of file, go and select the language in here and the corresponding page code in here. If you don't want to use any page code, you can select Unicode. That means it's not going to parse the data, it's just going to load the data without going through the code page. So in our case, I'm just going to leave this open. And another thing you need to configure is, for example, if I go here, see my file, here it is a comma delimited file. So student ID, first name, middle name, and last name. So everything is delimited by comma. However, if I had a comma within a name, for example, if there is a comma in here, which should be a part of the name, what I can do is add a qualification here to separate. That comma is not actually separating the columns, it's just a part of the name. This quotation mark is called text qualifier. That can be specified here as a text qualifier. In that particular file, I don't have any text qualifiers, so I'll leave it as it is. And the row delimiter is CRLF. What does it mean is that how does SSIS knows to go from one row to another row is when it finds return or enter. So in every row, I have return or enter sign. That is defined as CRLF. And another thing is that if you wanted to skip a couple of rows in a given file, you can mention I skip the first 3 rows. You can say 3. I don't want to skip anything, so I'm going to keep it 0. And I think I need to specify if the first row, which is this one, is actually the name of the fields or the name of the columns. Now here it is the name of the column, so I'm going to check this out. Yeah. And next thing is go to columns, see how the columns is configured. Row delimiter is here or left, and each columns are defined by comma. And there are other options in here. Based on what type of file you're dealing with, you will select this. And in here, the same thing. And in advanced, there's 2 things you can do. You can change the name of each column here if you like, and also you can change the data type in here. So my data type of student ID is an integer type, so I'm going to go and select 4 by signed integer. Now I've changed this to an integer type. You can do for every single file in here. And on preview, it shows you the data. Now if you say apply, now you have a connection here. This is called a flat file connection.